It is also us building our infrastructure where that's not supposed to be. Nature has only unveiled its first cut and reclaimed the land. And what we have done is that we have spoiled the nature that exists. So these disasters highlight vulnerability of Himalayan districts to compound hazards where extreme precipitation interacts with fragile mountain slopes and infrastructure development in flood-prone valleys. The Hindu Kush Himalayas are increasingly experiencing compound and cascading hazards such as heavy rainfall triggering landslides there, which then breach glacial lakes, or permafrost thaw combining with snow melt to enhance slope instability. These extreme weather events underscore the need for a comprehensive multi-hazard risk assessment framework that considers not just individual hazards in isolation but the complex interactions among them. Let us understand the problem with the glaciers in the Hindu Kush Himalayas. These glaciers are retreating at alarming rates. The rapid melting is altering runoff patterns in the Hindu Kush Himalayas rivers and is contributing to the formation and expansion of proglacial lakes, unstable water bodies that have become cryospheric time bombs. In such fragile settings, these lakes are prone to sudden and catastrophic floods triggered by landslides, earthquakes, heavy rainfall, or snow and avalanches. Extreme weather events are also becoming frequent and intense in Hindu Kush Himalayan regions. The Leh Cloudburst in 2010, the Kedarnath tragedy in 2013, the Melamachi flood in 2021, and the recent Uttarkashi incident all stem from heavy precipitation. In 2022, Pakistan floods induced by intense monsoon rains were worsened by snow and the glacier melt driven by continent-wide heat wave. This raises the question, how can we prevent glacier-related disaster? To respond effectively, must enhance our monitoring of our fragile cryosphere systems, glaciers, snow and permafrost. To build effective early warning systems and hazard mitigation strategies, we urgently need more investment in high altitude field data collection, including glacier mass, balance, measurements, meteorological records and detailed surveys. So does India require national mitigation strategy for Himalayas as climate change becomes a reality? What are the lessons in disaster management from Dharali and Jammu? How important is an integrated multi-hazard risk assessment framework? How can early warning system be built to predict glacial collapse? I am joined by Dr. A.P. Dimri and Kartiki Negi. Dr. Dimri, my first question to you is, what sort of mitigation efforts are required? So it's just climate change docking.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I'll go slow. I am not as expert as you speak very fast, so I'll take my own charm on speaking. See, 2-3 things we have to understand here. One is the multi-hazard which are occurring repeatedly over the region in Himalayas. This is monsoon time, mid-monsoon, August is ending. Monsoon in northern region slightly becomes weaker, but you see the fury is more. I'll not go in technical detail. This is the pulsatory extension of monsoon. In mid-latitude regions, there is a genesis of secondary western disturbance because of the Rossby wave breaking. And by virtue of that, there is a kind of a low pressure system we are defining as a secondary wave in secondary WD. So there is a north low pressure which sucks the Indian summer monsoon further north, and most of the moisture, because of the climate change, as you rightly said, warming ocean has enough warming available for transporting moisture from southern latitude to northern latitude. Not only transporting, there is a continuous supply of moisture. So we have to understand from where this much rain is coming. So there is a not only pushing the monsoon trough that northward, but simultaneously there is a continuous supply of moisture is coming over the region. So this is the impact of, so there are 2, 3, 4 phenomena conjugately, cascadingly, intertwined, sutured for this present Jammu, Kashmir, Udhampur and all those regions where we have seen in a day crossing roughly 300 or 500 in Udhampur, rain in 24 millimeters. 3 things are there. Number 1, the assessment and understanding of the dynamical systems which are bringing rain. Number 2, the fragility of the ecosystem over the region, because as you have also noted down, the urban planning setting, there is a migration of species because of the changes in the local microclimate. Plant species are taking over the another Third is the multi-hazard assessment, how we are
No,
rapidly...
Dr. Dimri, but there is a specific issue I want to come. Kartiki, one specific issue is there's a great permafrost study that has been done in Russia, America and Canada. A lot of articles have started to come and they said that there is no permafrost study done in Himalayas. And that is having a great impact on the slopes in the Himalayan ecological system. And if you look at from Sikkim to J&K, intensity at which these extreme climate events are happening is growing, which means that our study is neither intense nor consistent, and it's further, the lacking part is an administrative understanding of it, which comes from the governance.
Well, Dr. Dimri is here and he has said some very right things. So, it's not about that, studies are not done. Scientists are very much up to the point and they know that there's a problem on the permafrost. But yeah, I believe that there is a missing communication gap between the agencies. If there's something is done by scientists, whether it has been communicated clearly to the agencies in action there, that's the missing point. And we need to actually watch out that if whatever is written in these studies and whatever the studies are done, all the recommendations are being taken care or not. So, there are places in permafrost where in Sikkim we had seen that there were construction over such areas. They are like a ticking time bomb. And similarly, it can be, these things are also seen in parts of Jammu and Kashmir. So, yes, definitely, what scientists are doing, what they are writing, and, that needs to be communicated. And this missing coordination between the agencies is I can say that is the point that we need to focus on now.
Okay. Dr. Dimri, you wanted to come in? Because
Yes.
when I was speaking about the permafrost,
Yes.
sir?
Yeah, we have done extensive study on permafrost over the Ladakh region. We have put the sensors, we have put the thermal sensor. But let me not bring permafrost in present disaster which you are reporting right now. Permafrost has methane emissions which are bringing a global warming. So permafrost has nothing to do in this particular disaster as such. Yes, rightly you raised very first that the Himalayan is a fragile mountain and the southern slope of the Himalaya where monsoon overrides the topwards. That is the major contributor for bringing this much amount of rain over the region. That's what I wanted to add. Permafrost research is going on.
No, absolutely, sir. But more than that, don't you think that we require some new laws? I mean to say, look at, there were memes that the restaurants have been washed away, but people are building their houses on the riverbeds. I mean, so your construction has taken place where it's not supposed to be there. You have built roads as big as this, which are not supposed to be there. I mean, so there's a limit to which a mountain can take. To put it simply, Dr. Dimri.
Yes, rightly you have raised this point in a debate. Right from 96, if you go back the history, Vyas was running in between the Manali. I was there that time. From 96, now it is almost 30 years. It is a clear issue to be reflected in the policy of planning. Researchers know what is the problem. Ecologists know what is the problem. This urban setting which are coming right in front of the Manali town, in Dharali, even in the Kedarnath case also, Ladakh 2010 cloudburst case, in most of the cases this urban setting which has come in the floodplain, in the rivulet, that needs to be organized in a proper manner, which has to come from the governance side. Lot of data is available,
Absolutely.
observation is available. This planning has to be enforced by the governance, whatever the way it will be.
Absolutely.
We are talking, but it's not happening.
Absolutely. And these visuals tell us one thing. We need to respect nature. We need to learn from nature. And we need to learn to live with nature. I really thank both of you for joining me, because I've really run short of time because I need to hand over the baton. So this is all I had on Point today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
Papa, let's go to Duda. Happy birthday, Duda. I love you. Go, Duda, go. I love my Duda. I love my Duda.
Skoda.
Go condoms.
It's over there. क्या ये डिफरेंट साइजेस में आता है?
Actually, sir, size matter नहीं करता.
तो फिर क्या मैटर करता है?
The hardness
Of the condom.
of what's inside.
For the first time ever, presenting Hard Rock Gel.
अब free हर score condoms के 10 पैक के साथ.
सर वाटर प्रूफिंग के लिए बेस्ट है.
हमेशा वाला क्यों नहीं?
वेंकी जी एक छोटा सा गिफ्ट नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स देने के लिए.
ऐसा क्या है इसमें?
बिरला ओपस अश्योरेंस.
मतलब प्रोडक्ट वारंटी.
वारंटी तो है ही, ये एक्स्ट्रा है. 1 साल में वाटर प्रूफिंग को कुछ भी हुआ तो वापस करके देंगे.
वापस करके देंगे?
वो भी फ्री. हाँ, ऐसा अश्योरेंस देने के लिए धन्यवाद. पेंटिंग में पहली बार बिरला ओपस अश्योरेंस. 1 साल में पेंट को कुछ भी हुआ तो पेंटिंग वापस करके देंगे. रजिस्टर करो birlaopus.com पर.
You glow different when you're in love. 16 million shades of love to choose from. Unlimited Love V6.
Hi, this is Baman Irani.
Hi, this is Karishma Tanna. Hi, I'm Nushat Bharucha.
Catch this conversation on News 9.
Catch this conversation on News 9. Catch me and this conversation on News 9.
Hi, this is Shahid Kapoor and catch this conversation on News 9.
Every brand tells a story. And they are the storytellers. The Sutradhars. They present a brand.